Today we're going to make an Asian meal using these little mini wontons that you can find in most frozen food sections. But of course we're going to be adding in some nice fresh vegetables, some stock, some lime juice, some fresh squeezed orange juice, garlic, ginger, soy, onion, and we're going to finish it off with a little rice wine vinegar and white pepper. So let's get started, shall we? Starting to heat, we'll go ahead and we will drop our butter into that pan. I like to add a little extra butter. I know the recipe calls for about 2 tablespoons, but we've got a lot of veggies here. We want them to cook up nicely. That pan is good and hot. Let's go ahead and get our onions in. Now let's go ahead and get our veggies in. You can use any veggies, but I've chosen broccoli, carrot, peppers, and some purple cabbage. These are my favorite. Look how pretty those are. I think we'd be safe to say we could add the aromatics. The ginger and the garlic. So let's go ahead and get that in. Give that a little toss. And as soon as we can smell the aromatics, that's when I like to start putting in my liquids. So I'm going to give it just a minute or two, not much longer than that, because once you start to smell it, you don't want to burn the garlic or you'll have to start over again. I like to give it a little waft with my hand. I would say I'm starting to smell it. So now let's go ahead and get in our soy sauce, our lime juice, our orange juice, we're going to give it a little toss, and then next comes in the wonton part and the stock. So let's go ahead and get our wontons in. Wontons are developing. They're taking on some of that color from the soy, which is what I'm looking for. And I got to thinking here, we might like a little red pepper flake. So I know the recipe didn't call for it, but I'm just going to give it just a little, just a sprinkle of red pepper flake to give it a little bite too. Why not? Sounds like fun. Alright, we're going to cover that and we'll be back in just a few. Alright, so the most important part of the frozen wontons is make sure that they are cooked all the way. They have to be reheated. Even though they were cooked once, they need to be reheated to a temperature of 165. Alright, now that we've got our temperature where we want it, we can go ahead and we can add in that mirin. That's going to give this a nice little tangy flavor and some white pepper. Now the recipe calls for black. I used white. I prefer the white in most Asian dishes. I think it just gives it a unique flavor, more authentic. So we're going to give this a quick toss. But I can tell you now, it's starting to stick to the bottom, so I know that I got it right. That means those starches have released in my wontons. And there you have it, our wonton. There you have it, our wonton stir-fry meal. Frozen wontons. Who knew? So easy. We'll show you the plated picture.